السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي كان موجودا قبل حدوث الأشياء ويبقى بعد فناء الأشياء، تفرد بالأولية والقدم ووسم كل شيء ما عداه بالفناء والعدم، كما قال عز شأنه: كل شيء هالك إلا وجهه وكل نفس ذائقة الموت، وقال: كل من عليها فان ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام. والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنام سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين، واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله في كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم: ولا تعاونوا على الإثم والعدوان. صلوات. Dua Makarim al-Akhlaq. This is the dua that we are discussing in our Friday sermons. And as you know, that this is the 20th dua from Sahifa Sajjadiyya of Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam. And in this dua, Imam is mentioning the noble human manners and the best ethical values are explained in this dua. The way Imam is explaining in this dua the moral and ethical values, it is in the state of dua, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it has almost 20 passages. Each passage again has few sentences. So altogether around 200 sentences in one dua. But each sentence is rich in wisdom and knowledge and teachings, and you can find everything in this dua. So the passage that we finished last week was about the dealing with other people. And while you deal with people, your akhlaq is good. Just like if you are driving good on the road, you are a good driver. But being good driver is not a guarantee for not having an accident. Why? Because anybody else can come and do a mistake and cause the accident. So the same in this Siratul Mustaqim. You are good, your akhlaq is, mashallah, fine. You are good with other people. You are fulfilling all your responsibilities towards all the rights that you have on your shoulders. You're doing good. But the problem is that other people are not good with you. So how to deal with those people? This was that passage, and we discussed those situations. And of course, Imam talked about the worst situations and then asked for the best situations. to little bit conclude this passage, to go and move to the next one, it was وَأَبْدِلْنِ مِنْ بِغْضَةِ أَهْلِ الشَّنَآنِ الْمُحَبَّةِ. Bighda is hatred, and mahabba is love. From worst situation, if somebody has a hatred towards me, oh Allah, you change it. Change this hatred, because I'm good with him, but he is not good with me. I don't have problem with him, but he hates me. Ya Allah, change this hatred towards mahabba, love. Or it can be the other way around, that you might be hating somebody while he is good with you. This also happen, it's possible. So Allah change what hate I have towards a mu'min into a love. So both sides. The same thing, وَمِنْ حَسَدِ أَهْلِ الْبَغِي الْمَوَدَّةِ. From the jealousy of the people who are Ahlul Baghi, it is their second nature to just hate people, to be jealous with people, to hurt people's feelings. There are such people. So, although I don't have any conflict with them, I don't have any animosity against them, but they show their hasad, they show their dhulm towards me. So Allah, you change it to mawaddah. We discuss each sentence in details in each, khutbahs. The next, وَمِنْ عَدَاوَةِ الْأَدْنِينَ الْوِلَايَةِ. So, it can be animosity, there can be enemies, yes, enemies, but the enemies that are close to you, they hurt more. If someone is your enemy and he has no relationship with you at all, and he is just an enemy, so you can deal with him easily. But someone who is close to you, an adneen, closest people. When closest people start hurting your feelings, that really hurts. And that, the effect doesn't go very soon. So, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to change the situation from the worst to the best, من عداوة الأدنين الولاية. ومن ظلة أهل الصلاح الثقة. This was beautiful, really. ظلة أهل الصلاح الثقة. ظن from ظن. ظن إن بعض الظن إثم. Quran says many times you have just assumptions about somebody. Assume that he is wrong. Assume that he has done something against you. Assume that he was doing your ghibat. Assume that he... Just assume. Assumptions. You can't rely on assumptions. Because many assumptions, Quran says, are ithmun. You cannot assume that he said this. You cannot assume that he did this. Unless you have 100% surety and proof and evidence that somebody said something, and then, of course, you can take some action, and those actions also should be within the limits of laws and sharia. You cannot take the laws in your hand and say, because I am taking the revenge, he said this, so I will say this, the same thing. No. But here, it's talking about assumption of not regular people. Assumption of Ahlul Salah. Because see, you can control your assumptions. You don't have wrong assumptions, no any kind of wrong thinking about somebody. You can control it. But somebody doesn't have any wrong thinking about you, misunderstanding regarding your character. This is not something that you can control. But this happens. But what you should do because you are living in a society, right? You are living in a community. There are, the closer you be, the more chances are of the conflict there. You might have disagreement, the disagreement turns into conflict, and conflict into animosity, and then break up. So how you control it? It is easy, although it is hard at the same time. Easy the way that you can deal with such situations when everything starts with misunderstanding. You can control the misunderstanding from your side by open communication. This is the best way. It can be your house, home, your wife, your husband, your children, anyone. From there to your community, an organization, or a global society. Best way is open, transparent communication. And be a good listener. This is the key for success. Some people, what they say when you start talking to them, or me, for example, myself, somebody called me. When I want to happen, this happened, and I know the story, so I stop him right there. I say, yeah, I know. Even though if you know the story, listen from him. Let him speak. Let him just pour whatever is there in his heart. This will help you deal with him. Otherwise, you stop him right there. You say, yeah, I know, don't worry. I know what happened. And you stopped him. He wanted to say something, and you stopped him. Don't do this. In communication, good communication, you have to be a good listener. Instead of you take time in talking and speaking in any gathering, in any communication, talk less, listen more. This is key for success, believe me. So when we speak about this, so it creates an environment of closeness when we listen to one. And the best thing is where, it removes many misunderstandings, because most of the conflicts start with not real issues, but misunderstandings. See, from the whole history until now. So, dhanna means dhan. This assumption is very dangerous. إِنَّ الظَّنَّ لَا يُغْنِي مِنَ الْحَقِّ شَيْئًا. This is what Quran always condemns, this dhan, this assumption. You sit and start assuming that somebody is talking against me. I am a Moulana, he was talking against me, this means he is against me. No, you are not a ma'soom. You're not Allah, you are astaghfirullah, not your deen. Are you religion? You are just a Moulana here, that's it. You are a trustee, you are someone, whatever you are, who you are. You are not the religion that if he says something that he should be expelled and he should be, considered as na'uzubillah kafir and some. No, it is fine. Let him talk, speak. And you think, give him 70 times, you, not him. Before even you complain to somebody, say, brother, you were doing my ghibah. I'm so sad. So before even you talk to him, you make 70 excuses from his side for yourself. So he might have said this because of this. He might have said this, maybe this. Some good excuses for him, you create excuses. This is what Sharia says. 70 times you did. You did 70 times, you could not find real excuse that why actually he said it, then you come and talk to him. Brother, you said this, and you explain it. And especially Ahl Salah. See, the problem is where? This dua is so beautiful. says min dhunnati ahli salah. As we have discussed everything in details, that's why I don't want to go in much more details. I'm just giving you the conclusion of this passage that we have finished last week. So we can move to next passage of that. And that is also amazing. Subhanallah, every single passage is amazing. So in this, Imam is saying, وَمِن ظِلَّةِ أَهْلِ الصَّلَاةِ. Sometimes some people have wrong assumptions about you, misunderstanding about you, who are really have no good character, and it's not going to make any difference that you convince them or you just leave them alone. You ignore. So many times you ignore it. But no, sometimes mu'mineen have wrong assumptions about you. That is serious. So you have to clear it, because they are Ahlus Salah. They are good people themselves. You have to protect yourself and also protect them from doing some sin while they are good people. So min dhillati ahli salah athiqah. Oh Allah, if I am not able to do it, I'm trying my best. You change their mind and place my trust towards me in their heart and their mind, and remove the misunderstanding and assumptions that they have in their mind about me. How beautiful is this? And then it says that وَمِنْ عُقُوقِ ذَوِي الْأَرْحَامِ الْمَبَرَّةِ. The closest relatives, as I said always, the closer you are with someone, the more chances are there of disagreement and conflict. That's why you will find, unfortunately, this is the reality, that the relatives, kith and kin, they don't have good relationship usually. You see them sometimes together, but they have something in their mind, their hearts, ill feelings to each other. That's why Islam has emphasized very much, after Tawheed, then goodness with parents, then Silatul Rahim. So here Imam is asking, عقوق ذوي الأرحام. Make the relationship with my relatives a good relationship based on al-mabarrah, goodness, righteousness, love. وَمِنْ خِذْلَانِ الْأَقْرَبِينَ النُّصْرَةِ. The same thing again, that my closest people sometimes leave me alone, they don't care about me. Let them be closer to me, love me, care for me, and also me towards them. وَمِنْ حُبِّ الْمُدَارِينَ تَصْحِيحَ الْمِقَاةِ. You discussed that, you remember it. Beautiful, really, every single sentence can change our life. Every single sentence. Mudareen, when you come here, he is smiling with you. But in the back, as soon as you turn your back, said, who is this? You know who is this? This happens. So apparently you are in the front of people, somebody is good, but he doesn't like him. Imam says, oh Allah, whatever he is showing, apparent love, this business smile, let it be true smile. True smile towards me. Let whatever he is just showing people that, see, I am respecting this brother. Let him really start respecting me. Or if I'm doing the same thing, let me really be not munafiq, be true mu'min, and do whatever I am doing with my heart. ومن رد الملابسين ومن رد الملابسين كرم العشرة. Closest people, again, in different way, Imam has explained that. كرم العشرة, be the best companions, best friend, really best friend. Sincerity should be there in our relationship. وَمِن مِرَارَةِ خَوْفِ الظَّالِمِينَ. We took 2 khutbahs on this. وَمِن مِرَارَةِ خَوْفِ الظَّالِمِينَ حَلَاوَةَ الْأَمَنَ. And from the bitterness of the fear of a zalim, the sweetness of peace and tranquility. It's amazing. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all what Imam has asked in this passage of dua. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to get the message that is within this dua and the sentence of dua, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to practice and implement these teachings of dua, makarimul akhlaq,